Alan, what the
And let's make sure that they can hear us, which I don't think... Someone speak for me, please.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
They should be able to. How is everyone doing tonight? Welcome to our Homebrew 5e campaign. Divine Heresy. I will do a recap of the session after we do some introductions. We're going to start at the person who is giggling in the lower right-hand corner on your screen with Wizard Cat Dragon.
Hola. I play Miyagi, the Draconic Sorcerer Lineage Divination Wizard. So it's very important that I go first. I don't know if any of y'all got that, but I'm cool. I know. Puns are cool.
And following that up, I'm going to let Suzanne take a shot.
I am Joey. I play Suzen Zahana, easily the most powerful person in this party. My shoulders are a bit strange from having to carry everybody, but that's okay because it's what I do. I am a Blade Singer gnome, and yeah, I can't wait to see all the great decisions my colleagues have made come to fruition.
Yes, Joey's been gone due to some questionable choices. I'll put it like that. Next, we have another returning player, Exo Brit.
Hi, I play Ath. She's a barbarian. First off, Susan. How many times have you hit in a quarter scared to death?
I think you have me confused with a certain cat dragon.
Oh, it's been both of y'all. Anyway, but yeah, that's me.
That happened.
Nothing special.
They just vicious mockery your camera over.
Yep, pretty much.
For real, like that was
Next, we have a brand new player. Well, he was here last session, but now we actually get to see him. Moose, would you like to introduce yourself and the character?
Yeah, sure. Playing Helwag von Liechtenstein, the cleric artificer of Paylor.
Should be very, very interesting adding an artificer to this group. And, well, much needed healing. The party, demanded a cleric for some reason, like I actually try to kill them or something.
You never can figure out why you would want to kill everybody.
Exactly. And last but
why
last...
pay low when you could pay less?
You've been waiting all week to say that, haven't you? And last but not least, we have Damien the DM.
You were about to say last but least. I am offended.
No.
I'm
Don't kill my character on Tuesday.
I am Damien the DM. I also stream D&D where you can see Nightfall as a player. And I am playing Elkson Urikara, a very naive, presently very traumatized white dragonborn ranger who will never probably go back to the island they just left.
Oh, come on. It's such a nice vacation spot.
No. Even if you dragged her back, she'd fight you the whole way.
So let's recap our last session. During our last session, you guys made it back to the ship, informed Captain Talia of whose lair you were in, after which she was definitely wanting to get the hell out of Dodge rather quickly. You got introduced to Reginald's partner, our lovely gnome artificer here. And then we had... let me just fix the camera. Okay, there we go. That's good. Then you guys found that there was another stowaway on the ship. A certain crazy imp, Ixpit, took a liking to somebody in the party and offered to be their familiar, which they definitely agreed wholeheartedly. So now you guys have one of the two demons as a part of your party.
I'm not too thrilled about that.
Oh, I wouldn't understand why. I mean, so Captain Talia, with the Sapphire Cathedral ship being extremely damaged, has informed the crew that they will have to work, extra shifts in order to get to their destination, which is going to be the island of Dulmath, which houses a resort where they hope to be able to repair the ship.
The way you said hope makes me feel like that's not going to happen, and it's definitely going to be haunted or some shit.
Ghost episode.
Ruh-roh.
Just remember you said that and what you asked for.
You think I asked
I didn't
for
ask
an
for it.
You think I asked for an imp? No, I wanted a staff or something I could use.
Hey, the imp gave you a dead rat and gave you fish. I mean, you're a cat. It thought that you liked it, and you took him in, so obviously you did.
You know my plans. You know what I wanted to do. Don't act like this is my fault. This is not my fault.
So, you guys, let's return to our game. And you all wake up the next day, being fully rested. Everybody's at full hit points. Everybody was given a day off because of your trek inside. But now it's time to get to work. You guys have a couple days travel. You all wake up. And Miyagi, you wake up with a strange sensation on your chest. The imp is just standing there, or sitting there on your chest, like this, with his hands just looking at you. Hi, master. And you all see this. You see this imp there. Suzen is there. Ath is there. And you all see this imp sitting on Miyagi's chest. And saying, hello, master. Good morning.
Good morning, tiny thing. Elxin will get up. She'll do like the whole dramatic stretch.
Hello, breaker of chains.
Hello.
Oh dear, what have I signed myself up for?
Remember, everybody wakes up without me in the room.
Oh, that's true, because you have greeted the dawn as part of your religion, as part of your devotion to Palor.
Motion to Baylor.
Well, I, for one, am feeling so much better after that rest. Even my accent has returned back to normal now.
Oh dear. It wasn't my both.
As far as that imp goes, can you at least do something to make it less, impish?
The imp crawls on your shoulder as you start to get up out of your hammock.
Creature?
Can I telepathically tell Expect to turn into a spider?
Absolutely. And he will reply back, a spider? Okay. As a red mist starts to form at the bottom of his feet and starts to climb up, you see his form start to shrink as extra legs starts to sprout out of his body, and you have a rather large spider.
Oh, it's a large spider?
No, it's not large.
Oh.
It's like a large as in if you saw the spider in your house.
I was thinking like a giant spider. I was like,
No.
this is how my character dies.
No.
Getting squashed by it.
Hey,
Leave it to Miyagi to die by getting squashed by a bug.
yeah, no, that's going to happen. Is this all suitable for everyone, or should I turn him into something else?
I want a parrot.
Bibbidi bobbidi boo, he turns into a raven.
Chad is saying that we need to make a kitty suit for the imp and make him our mascot.
DM, I'd like to roll.
You can start, and the next tailor you get to, you can have them take measurements of the imp if you like. The imp turns into a raven, or the spider turns into a raven. Caw! Caw! Caw!
I specifically said parrot. We're quite clear.
Take it or leave it.
We requested parrot, but
Take it or leave it.
Miyagi had other plans.
Take it or leave it.
Should I shit on their heads?
Does he say that out loud?
No, he says it in your mind. He can't. He says "caw" out loud.
I understand small animals, so I give it a glare.
Yes, you do understand small animals, so that is exactly what it said. Can I shit on their heads?
I tell him in my head, no.
Okay. Rarely used gnome skill. There you go. Props on that. Meowgi, you know that Suzanne has yet to report to Reginald about that sword that you see her stowing a little bit hidden on her body.
Oh, you and I need to go see Mythorb. I'm gonna point to
see.
Suzanne. Oh, Reginald,
See?
you know, the one funding all our quests and everything? I
Oh.
think if you show him that sword, he might give you a little bit of coin.
Oh, well, this does present quite a conundrum. I like coins, but I like the sword.
I mean, would you have to
When-
give up the sword or just let him, like, study it for a minute?
No, I don't think we're going to be in combat anytime soon, so I mean, he already has the books I gave him, so I will leave it to you whether or not you want to entirely relinquish the sword or not. You found it after all.
Where is Paylor as this conversation's happening?
Paylor is on a different realm. He's a
Hail
deity.
for the deity.
Like not even a part of the boat, like realm. Okay.
Up on the deck in the crow's nest.
Yeah, Paylor is a deity.
Yeah, I know. But I knew what he meant.
Hey, is he not Paylor? I thought that was what he introduced himself as.
No.
Oh.
Hellbog.
Pale.
Hellbog?
Cleric. Yes,
And the all
Hellbog.
omnipotent Paylor. I am God.
Cleric of Paylor.
Oh, that makes sense now. Huh. Well, Reginald doesn't know what hurt him, and I doubt he has gold. So, and I stow the sword away.
Okay. I need someone to roll a d20 for me.
Let's
Not
do
me.
it.
Okay.
Not me.
11.
11.
She beat me to it. They beat me to it. Just their permanence.
So, what are let's go to our gnome cleric. You have greeted the dawn. It has been about an hour past dawn when the rest of the party is waking up. What are you doing right now?
Well, I guess I'll check in and see if they need any of my healing services this morning before breakfast, and then probably head to the galley and get breakfast.
All right. As you finish stowing away your sword, you see the addition to your group walk in. And since Joey wasn't here last time, would you like to describe your character for him? Even though he did draw it, so but that way Ath can also hear it.
Von Helsing. That's the easiest description I can give you. Gnome, leather trench coat, leather armor, not carrying around the crossbow right now because there's no need to. Dark hair, goggles. Yeah,
Alrighty.
real gruff looking. 5 o'clock shadow.
Does
So
he have
aside
bug eyes?
from Miyagi, I'm sorry. Go ahead,
Does he have bug eyes in his glasses? Does
No.
his dog? Okay, never
No.
mind then.
I'll ignore what I was about to say. I was going to be like, does he wear those all the time?
Yes. It's. You get used to him after a
Sometimes.
while.
Actually, no. But come downstairs, I'll take them off. or put them up on my head.
And just so you know, since you were outside and the rest of the party was still sleeping, you did greet the dawn, but it is a gray sky outside. It is, and getting darker as the time goes on.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
make sure
not a
that the
good
horse
sign.
is fed.
Okay. You exit the room.
We have a little wave as I see our new friend. Morning.
Morning.
I'm probably gonna go get food.
Okay.
I will second that.
All right.
I
Suzanne.
will third that.
All right. Elkson, you head over to the base of the storage area of the ship where you have the animals. You have Snowball there, and you have, excuse me. Of course, I just drank a carbonated beverage, so as well as your horse Thunderbolt. And they seem to be in good spirits, actually. Thunderbolt's taking to the ship a little bit. It's been a couple days now, so he's getting used to the rocking back and forth. Both of them, Thunderbolt was sitting down. It stands up as you approach, and you hear not quite a growl, but kind of a purr from Snowball as he sees you.
Hi, Snowball. Hi, Thunderbolt. I just realized you guys are both named after weather anomalies. And then she's just gonna make sure that they're fed, like pet their fur and stuff,
Oh yeah, Snowball definitely gives you a couple licks.
and then go join for breakfast.
Right. The rest of you getting into the galley, and you see Horgus is there finally being healed and is serving food. It is a mishmash of oatmeal with some breakfast sausage. Good evening there. How are you all doing?
Good morning,
Evening.
Orgus.
It's morning.
Ah, good.
Still worn out, but
It is morning, isn't it? Sorry, I got conked on the head.
How you feeling?
It still hurts when I stretch. You know, it helps when I get a bath and, you know, some massages, though.
I hope you get to feeling
Oatmeal,
better.
you said.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm having dogs arguing in the background.
whenever I get into the galley, I'll see how he's doing from his injuries that I dealt with the day before.
You take a quick look at him, and no roll necessary. You can see that he's pretty well healed, but he definitely does have a scar, and probably gonna be a little bit stiff for a couple days. Not really much that you can do. Much more that you can do at this level. So you all get your food, sit down at the table. You see Reginald walk in. He sits down at comes actually to your table because Helvog is there. Good morning. Good morning to you all. I am.
I don't know about that. It's rather gray this morning.
Oh yes. It seems like we might be in store for a little storm. I'm sure it will be nothing though. At this time, Elkson would be coming in.
I'll get my food, but I'm also gonna go ahead and cast Goodberry and hand the berries over to what was his name?
Horgus.
Horgus. Okay.
Kind of like haggis, but horde.
Okay. Horgus, I'm gonna hand Horgus the good berries while I get my
but he
food.
sleeps around.
You're too good. Too good for me, little scaled one.
I'm happy to help, and someone else might need it more. May as well.
I'm gonna feed my pet raven the sausages.
Oh, it chows down. Like it's purposely
I'm gonna
getting
cut them
messy.
up. I'm gonna cut them up and just like one by one, just forward, raven, forward, raven, forward.
It's it's like purposely getting messy. And it's odd. It's like chomping at it, then grabbing, using its foot, and it's awkward.
Yeah. I'm just gonna eat the whole. Don't mind me.
But yes, there's quite a storm that might be coming. Hopefully we should be fine though. It shouldn't delay us in the bit. I have complete faith in this crew. So,
Insight.
Sure, roll an insight.
Do you want to roll or do you want my 18?
17.
He seems a little oblivious because in the next breath, he's actually looking towards you. Miyagi said that you had something to show me.
Miyagi doesn't know what he's talking about, and if he opens his mouth again, I'll slit his throat.
I'd like to see you try.
But he said that you found a technological sword. Oh yeah, he downed you out.
Sorry, Joey. Sorry.
So I'm gonna cast Fireball at Miyagi.
Are you referring to one of the ones that got dropped when we were, leaving the collapsing ruins?
When we left the collapsing ruins. Don't have it. So sorry.
Oh, that's a shame. I would have loved to see that. Can you describe it? Can you give me a sketch? Did it have what type of mechanisms did they have? Was it pulley operated, or did it have a switch? Or
I put my finger to Reginald's lips, and I'm like, quiet now.
Oh yes, please draw it. I'm sure you're a wonderful artist.
See the raven flies off your shoulder.
What would that be to draw?
Telepathically, I'm like, Ixbit, where are you going?
I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help.
Oh, I use my prestidigitation to make actually minor illusion, to make an illusion of what it looked like.
Oh, that is interesting. Can you? And he starts to move your hand as he rapidly sketching and exactly what did it do? What was its effects, and what was the composition? Do you know the composition of the alloy involved in its creation? And did they how many other different types of weapons like this did you see? And
Alex has already walked away, like she's not helping anymore at this point. She's like, no, I'm just gonna go eat my food. Have fun.
Ath is going back for seconds.
You see
Relax
a panic
there,
look.
Reggie.
Anyone that's here sees a panic look on Miyagi's face, like, oh, no.
So Zen, make a perception check at disadvantage.
Perception at disadvantage. All right.
Yes, because the raven has disappeared.
You okay there, Miyagi?
Hold on.
Is this Raven about to shit on Suzanne's head?
Oh my god, is that what's happening?
It's a 5. The rest of you don't. The rest of you, actually, everybody else can make a perception check with normal.
Please don't be so shit. Please don't be so shit.
1, so that's...
Yeah, no.
I don't notice it.
That's an 8.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not
As you
rolling
see-
these roll dice anymore today.
Then I need to make a d20 roll myself.
My perception was 15.
15. You see the cloak on the back of Suzanne that's actually covering where some of the sword was has moved a little bit. Joey, I'm going to give you another perception check, normal.
This imp is making a powerful enemy today.
Leave my baby boy alone.
That is a dirty 20.
You feel a tug where the sword is at.
I'm going to do an unarmed strike on the imp.
Roll it. Disadvantage.
Son of a bitch. All right.
Back.
Same roll, so 18.
Okay. You connect.
It's gonna lose concentration and turn back into an imp in front of everybody.
And what's your strength modifier?
It's 2 for an unarmed attack.
Okay. You backhand it. It's still invisible. But you hear in your head, Miyagi, ah!
Susan, I recommend you please stop that.
Unfortunately, Reginald also rolled very low on his perception, so he doesn't even notice. He's still looking at your hand and
I
sketching.
got a 17.
Yeah, you saw the cloak move.
I'm gonna telepathically tell Ixtli, hey, please stop, just come back over here.
But I thought you wanted him to see the sword.
Okay.
I was going to show him the sword.
It's okay, it's okay, it's okay.
Okay. You feel weight on your shoulder.
To the ground.
Like, let's just, for me, clarify this. The weight of an imp or the
Yes.
weight of a rainbow deer?
Yes, he is in it form right now. He's still invisible.
Tell you what, Reginald, I'm gonna go get some fresh air, and let's talk about this nether.
Very good. Very and please try to remember how it felt in your hand and what type of mechanism it used and what type of damage it did, and if it, and he keeps on going as you have already left the area.
Relax,
What's next?
Reggie. I'll get the information. Just
You know.
relax.
I'm only on my second pot of coffee, so.
Second pot.
Oh yes, I normally have 12.
You want to cut that down to 1?
Back a bit.
Insight check?
Now,
Insight check?
now I understand why I needed to. Hey, this is why I need to go along with you when you go places.
All right, so you all go about your day. The weather has turned sour and foul. You have high winds. Those of you who are going up onto the deck of the ship, which would be Ath and possibly Elkston to go on the crow's nest, you definitely see hard, cold rain battering down on the deck. It is extremely difficult. I need dexterity saving throws from both of you.
Three.
3. During one of the massive waves that comes up and knocks into the ship, you find yourself sliding towards the rail of the ship. I need you to make one more dexterity saving throw to save yourself before you
We're
go
about to have
overboard.
Ass go overboard.
Yes.
It's a 4.
Oh no.
Okay. You see Ath is starting to go overboard. Elkson, you are right there. Are you going to do anything?
Yeah, as soon as I can, I'm gonna like
Okay.
grab onto the arm.
I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Not my forte, so we might both be going.
Difficulty's not too high.
Check or saving?
Saving throw.
Okay, better.
Before,
Hey, that's a 22.
before you get too far along,
Mm-hmm.
it was the morning was real gray and nasty, and we're on a boat.
Absolutely.
This morning I prepared water walk,
Okay.
and it's a ritual spell,
Yep.
and I cast it on the group.
All right. And how long does that last? Then a water breathing is 24 hours.
Yeah, I know. An hour. So
Okay.
every hour, I'm gonna be catching up with everybody.
All right. I'll say this is about.
casting.
I'll say this is about 45 minutes after the casting, so it's still into effect.
And I can get 10 people, so I will get the party and crewmen that are on deck.
Good idea.
Whoever happens to be on deck.
Well noted. Ath, you go overboard and you are falling, and then all of a sudden you see this white scaled hand grasp your forearm, kind of dig into your forearm a little bit. Actually, a little bit of blood comes in, and then you see Elkson's face as she's reaching with her other hand and holding you on.
No, you don't. I think you're muted.
Nope, you're still muted.
Oh, no.
So muted.
Couldn't hear you either time.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I said pull me up, but I
Yep.
had it. Yeah.
I'll let
Definitely
you.
gonna do that.
Yeah.
Yep.
You saw the articulation and the fine acting. We just didn't hear the sound.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You get pulled up. So Zen, you are with. You're doing laundry at this time, which means that you're about
Doing laundry?
two bottles into the elven wine.
Oh,
Nice.
this is such a laborious day. We have Miyagi making the worst possible decisions.
What
And then we have this imp.
What decisions was he making?
So he goes and makes a pact with an imp.
An imp.
An imp.
Oh,
of all
Captain's
things.
not gonna like that.
You know what? We should tell the captain.
I think
Because
we
Miyagi
should.
likes to go and reveal people's secrets. So I think that we should go and we should have a trip to. This is alcoholic Suzanne talking. Like we should go and we should let the captain know.
I think you should.
I'm gonna go right now. Unless someone stops me, I'm gonna go and tell the captain.
You should
That's
go
what
and tell the
Mr.
captain.
You're right.
They are lucky to have you, and he should be listening to you.
You are such a good friend.
Of course. You're my best partner here. I don't even have to cast. This is the best thing.
You're really gonna do this to this beautiful baby boy? Look at him.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to make sure I get 30 more feet towards the captain.
They're
Kinda look like-
betraying me. They're betraying me.
So, the trip is delayed a little bit due to this weather. Suzanne, do you go talk to the captain?
Unless I encounter somebody who talks me out of it, then
Crow's nest. You're not.
I'm with Red Cap, so
Yep.
probably not.
You're not gonna run into anybody.
alright, so
Oh, here we go.
I'm-
Here we go.
I'll
Miyagi
let
is-
you roll for a.
You can make a wisdom
like-
check if you like.
Okay, for crisis of conscience. Okay.
Exactly.
Actually, I think that was a wisdom saving throw, so let me do that again. So I probably should have picked something before I went and rolled, because I don't know if that means that I'm going to do it or not. I'm going to say that although Miyagi betrayed me terribly, between the laundry room and the captain's quarters, I have a change of heart.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm like, he is a pupil, and he is young, and he has half cat, so of course he's a bit dickish.
Fair enough. The days go by as you're on your way to the island of Dumoth. About 4 more days pass until you finally see the signs of an island on your shift in the Crow's Nest, Elkson. This island is a little bit larger than the last one you were on. You do see a mountain, heavily forested. The ship is
She gets all excited. Goes land ho!
We don't really say that. But
Oh,
okay.
No. Thanks.
He's a bit
Pout.
misogynistic, but okay.
I'm kidding. We actually do say it.
Yay!
As you're seeing this island, it is lush green, in a bit of a crescent shape is this long beach that is actually, you know how Clearwater Beach is very thin or very bright and like white sands and stuff like this. This sand is tinted green, but definitely sand. As you all approach, and you all get on deck at this time, hearing that the land is coming up. You're
I
approaching.
roll something to determine if I know what green sand is.
You can roll an Arcana check if you believe it's Arcana based.
I do believe it's Arcana based.
Okay.
Because everything is Arcana based.
Would I really know anything like us getting close
That's
to
a
land or anything?
19.
Considering that I'm with Red Cap.
Would you know anything about what now?
Oh, if like I know we'd be close to land, considering I'm working with Redcap
Oh,
the entire
absolutely.
Like
time.
if you would have heard.
Yeah, you would have heard Lan Ho. You've come up on the deck.
Okay.
All
right.
You have not heard of any arcane usage of green sand at all. And again, it's normal colored sand. It just has a green tint to it.
Okay.
As you guys approach this dock, you can see from a distance this place looks amazing. You have this large dock. You have a couple of a large building and has some little bungalows built, little cabins along. But this dock is what used to be like bright. Trying to think of the word. These very bright colors on the docks, reds, greens, oranges, have been faded. Vibrant colors. There we go.
Is there a halfling on the dock running towards the boat going, the boat, the boat?
There is not. There is not. And as you get even closer, you can see that this dock is in a state of disrepair. Very old. It's still very functional. There's no danger of it falling apart per se. There might be a missing plank here and there, but it's definitely seen its better days.
It's a ghost town.
I saw one of the crewmen, and I'm like, do you have any idea what this island is?
Oh, this is the resort on Dumath. It's Dumath. It's supposed to be Dumath Sands. We haven't been here in a couple of years, but man, they've fallen on hard times. It's normally packed, and I don't see anybody on the beach at all. Oh, look, there's somebody on the dock there, and you all see a figure on the dock, a humanoid figure, dressed in very fine clothes, almost like a suit, a double-breasted suit, but more flowing and linen-like, to let the breeze go in. It's definitely a hot beach. As you get closer, you see the tips of his ears are just a little bit pointed. He has slicked back, brown hair with just a little bit of gray coming in at the sides and a little bit at the top. Captain Talia.
Just for,
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, just for funsies, I cast mage armor.
Okay, you cast mage armor. Captain Talia joins you on the deck. Well, let us disembark. And this is you, and you come with. Points at the party. Convenient. You all disembark the ship. This figure comes up. Yes.
Point of clarification: anytime I'm with people, Ixbit is a raven.
Okay. There's a raven on your shoulder. As you go down the ramp and step foot on the dock, this individual comes up. Ah, greetings. I am Pollock, the owner of this fine establishment. And you start to see another person running up onto the dock. Upon close reflection, you see this individual is definitely has some wrinkle lines around his eyes. Is looking a little bit stressed. And no insight roll necessary. Looking a little bit worn down. Approaching from the resort area, you see a dragonborn, gold scales, glistening and very fine clothes that are a little bit worn. I'm sorry, Master Pollock. I'm sorry. I did not see the ship arrive. I was dealing with our other guests. It's quite all right. Quite all right, Jadic. This is my assistant, Jadic. He will be taking care of all of your needs. How many people will you need accommodations for? Captain Talia speaks up. Well, in fact, we need more of your repair systems if you have any available. I would like a group for 20 or so people. I would like to keep some of my people on the ship, and then we will rotate out if that is acceptable. Oh, of course. Just set it up with Jadic, and he'll see to the cost. I wish you a pleasant time here at Dumath Sands. Please, if there's anything that you need, come see us. We are at your disposal. As he starts to walk away, you see that he's actually leaning on a cane, and his movements are very janky and stiff. Gold Dragon.
What was the guy's name?
Pollock.
Pollock?
Yep. He was referred to as Master Pollock. Gold Dragonborn comes up. Forgive my late appearance. I am Jadic. I will be taking care of you. How would you all like to be in different cabins, or are you all want one central location, or how would you like? Yeah, a few cabins for my people, and whatever you all decide for yourselves would be fine. She goes back up to the
Separate
ship.
room, please.
Very well. We have our bungalows that can keep one or two people in. You may have your own.
Oh yes, Sazen. I think being bunk buddies would be amazing. Why don't you bunk with me?
Yes. Let's. And we give each other like the challenging stare.
Yeah.
Say,
Bunk. Ass. Do you want to be bunk buddies? I want a bunk buddy.
oh, for sure.
Yay! Elkson gets all excited.
Point of clarification, Elkson, are you taking Thunderbolt off the ship?
Yes, I want to let him stretch his hooves.
You see Snowball is like,
I would you if I could, but it's not up to me.
keeps on clawing at his cage.
I'll give him some extra scruffs, and if I happen to see the druid, I'll mention that Snowball looks like he wants to get out for a bit.
As they turn around, he happens to be there. Take him out then, if you like.
Yeah, is that all right?
Just to take care of him.
Of course. You want to come with me, Snowball?
She jumps over the cage.
Just make sure you stay close by, okay? I don't know if these people are used to you and all your gloriousness.
He nips at the back of Thunderbolt. A playful nip. Playful nip.
Be careful.
Back at the beach, you all are shown into separate bungalows that you can have. They are pretty well maintained, and there's a bit of... They definitely need some updating. It's like nobody has really updated it. The cleaning job is a little haphazard. There's definitely some dust in the corners and under the bed.
Well,
Actually, under the bed is completely clean.
while
I use
walking towards
prestidigitation.
the bungalows,
Mhm.
for a resort, you seem rather quiet.
Yes, we've had
Off season?
we've run into some rough times here. It's honestly, I think it's our cleaning crew. We've had some thefts of items and all that, and you just can't fucking trust kobolds.
What? You use kobolds for your cleaning crew?
They're cheap.
Oh, that's not exactly the brightest move.
I'm pretty sure that that they are taking their little shinies and they're hiding them somewhere. I haven't found their hovel yet, but I will. This is Jadic talking.
You have a kobold warren on this island, and you use them to clean the resort?
We only
one?
have 3 kobolds.
Okay, you have 3 kobolds. Are they all male?
I didn't check. Can you really tell?
Are we on Jurassic Park?
Jurassic. What? I've never heard that word before.
It's an old tale from a
Where-
time long ago.
Where
being
did the
ancient, you
kobolds
probably
come
know.
from?
Well, from the main house, of course.
But were they brought here, or did you find them here?
I don't really know. It's Master Pollock's decision.
Right.
At this time, Elkson is coming down. It took you a little bit longer to get both the animals in. And at the time that you're disembarking the ship and getting onto the docks, you see another ship approach. This one much, much smaller. Like a quarter, if that, of the size of the Sapphire Cathedral. And you see 2 people on board. One of them, a hulking, large minotaur with scars and scrapes all around, and a smaller halfling. They seem, and you definitely smell, and you see Snowball. He gets excited and starts jumping in his skin, wanting to go to this ship. You smell fish.
Get you some food. Let's not take from others.
As you see this minotaur and this halfling starts to unload crates of definitely fish, and they start to move it towards the main house. The rest of you are shown to your bungalows. You use prestidigitation to clean it all up. There's Suzanne.
I did.
Suzanne and Meowgi have their own. Ath, you actually see this as well, because I'm assuming that you're waiting on Elkson, and you guys are shown your bungalow, and your bungalow does have a place for stable. Helvog, you have a bungalow that's directly in the middle. You have basically number 1 with the stable, small stable. It's more like a lean-to. It's a post, really, to put Thunderbolt on. First one is going to be Ath and Elkson. Middle one is going to be Helvog, and the last one's going to be Meowgi and Suzanne. You all are about 12 feet from each other. It's 12 feet in between them.
That's close.
You see Suzanne and Meowgi in yours. Both of you, I need a roll an Arcana check for me.
Arcana, here we go.
23.
You definitely see some runes, small, very small
18.
runes that are carved into the windowsills.
Can I investigate them?
Well, with the 23, you'll notice that these there's runes that deal with soundproofing, not quite silencing, but definitely to try to, and you're assuming that it's going to try to create a bit of difficulty for sound to pass out. It still allows all the sound in from the outside, but it stops sound coming out, thinking maybe a privacy type thing.
Interesting.
But they do seem rather
with Meowgi.
rather old, and you see some splintering around some of the rooms because they're carved into the wood. So you're pretty sure they're not even active anymore.
I share with Meowgi.
Okay.
At least we have our privacy.
Well, that's if they even work. Can I take 10 minutes to ritually cast, if I have it on me, detect magic?
Yes, and there's no magic emanating from these at all. They're definitely old and have not been maintained.
Over the last few days, have I gotten an inkling of who is in charge of this group?
They've actually been keeping separate a lot. You see that Miyagi has spent most of his time with the Goblin Redcap, who is the powder monkey of this ship. Yes, this ship has all different types of races. And I'm fixing your camera here real quick, Moose.
Oh, don't, because I'm going to lean back and I'm going to sit forward and I'll lean back. And sit
Okay.
forward.
Well, right now all we see is the top of your head.
Yeah, I know, because I'm leaning back.
That's all good. You see, Miyagi's been with the Goblin Redcap, doing the powder monkey. He's been running him drills back and forth, and he always comes back dirty. Your imp has taken to swimming in the gunpowder. He enjoys it.
All I'm saying is, giving me a familiar, especially with a plan I have involving them cannons, bad idea, buddy. Bad idea.
Suzanne is never to be seen. She always stumbles in at the end of the night, looking exhausted every night. But with your perception, definitely smelling of alcohol. Elkson seems to be spending her time either in the crow's nest or down in the cargo area where she's taking care of the animals. Ath is always up on the deck helping with the rigging and all that. They're utilizing her strength. And Ath, you get tired every day doing that because they are down many members. So they're definitely you're getting a workout every day. You're like, Argh. Sometimes you even rage just to make it that much easier.
Get some muscles.
Exactly. But really, you haven't had much interaction with them altogether.
So there doesn't seem to be a clear leader.
Correct.
All right.
But if you had to take a guess, it would be me.
It would be me, clearly.
I'm sorry, I've saved both of you.
I
You're
mean,
the muscle,
Elkson
dear.
kind of runs headfirst into things, and then everybody tries to clean up her mess. So
That's accurate.
And if it's not Elkson, it's definitely Miyagi.
Miyagi just likes to get us in trouble.
Elkson just doesn't understand. Miyagi understands. He does it anyway.
Yeah.
So you guys have stowed your gear in your bungalows, and you all are exiting at this time. Taking in the beach is rather pleasant. It's a nice
With
warm breeze.
kobolds around, I do not stow anything
Okay,
in my bungalow.
understood.
I keep my
So,
spell book
gray
on
skies
me.
outside?
No, it is clear sky. It's been a couple days since that storm. You just
So I have completely taken to resort life, so I am wearing like bikini and sarong. Like I am not dressed for battle at all.
all right.
Is that what's always in your briefcase?
Point of clarification. I would like to know who is keeping their weapons and armor on.
I
keep a spell book on me.
Okay.
am
I don't keep a spell book.
never.
No, my weapons are stowed.
I mean, I'm not really wearing armor anyway.
Yeah,
am
you don't
I?
wear armor. You just have your axes. Your 2 axes.
Okay. So then you got an outfit I can wear?
I do. I pull out like this like extremely long like scarf that I would use to like wrap around me, but on her it's like just
Tube top.
sarong.
Yeah.
Basically. So.
Yeah.
No, I'll
We-
keep
we
my
do
weapons
something
on me,
together.
but I'm wearing a swimsuit too.
All right. And
Since Mama raised her to always be prepared.
you guys have a nice warm breeze, just a little hint of cold, but temperatures in 90s. It's very pleasant, fresh air. The sand feels great. Your bungalows are on the sand.
Did
And
you
it-
say 90s and it's pleasant?
Yeah. Well, not pleasant
Good breeze.
for you, probably. And at this time, you guys see 2 tieflings that are definitely in a rush, carrying suitcases, almost power walking. past your bungalows heading towards the docks.
I wonder what that's all about.
And they're definitely talking to each other.
Does seem a bit peculiar. Avalon. And I summon Avalon, who has been around, but Avalon, unless I need him, does his own thing. I'm like, Avalon, be a dear and go check that out for us.
You see the owl starts to fly over. And
Seeing that Avalon just left, he's going to tell Expit to follow as a raven.
Oh, you want some
you got it. Starts to follow
You're not the
Avalon.
only one with a familiar Meowgie.
So you all see. Yes.
I am not following them, but I am heading towards the main house because I want to talk to the guy in charge.
Alrighty. And I am wondering if it's just my connection that is. I'm definitely seeing some chop on the stream.
Don't talk about my baby like that.
But we'll see. All right.
Not
Now-
the chop.
Do you share your senses with your familiar? Either of you?
Yes.
No, because Meowgie probably would not know how to do that.
Oh, you would know. You would instinctively know.
No, I would just command Expit to listen in.
Yep.
I put a hand on Meowgi's forearm because I'm short.
Yep.
And then you see my eyes kind of white over, and yeah, I've shared my senses with Avalon.
You hear, it's got to be the Wispy Widow. We got to get out of here. We can't lose anything else. I didn't never believe that the legend was true. But after seeing her, we got to go. We have to go. The teleportation circle is just ahead. I've already called ahead. We've got everything going. What would the freaking Wispy Willow need with the 500 gold we just lost? And that.
Play this information as it's being said, but there's definitely a spike in excitement at 500 gold.
It's
Does
just a
Expit hear
baju-
any of this?
Well, Suzanne is saying it as it's happening.
Yeah.
And-
Oh, I know. I'm just asking. Is Expit hearing this?
Oh yes, Expit's
Simple-
hearing this. Yes.
Okay.
It's just a bejeweled crown. It's fine. I'll get you another one. Yes, but it had all those emeralds and rubies in them, and it was quite lovely. I will get you.
Salivating a little bit.
Say that again.
Suzanne is salivating a little bit.
I will get you a platinum made one, dear, when we get back. Very well. Let's just get out of here. I cannot. The Wispy Widow. Ugh. As they retreat off to the main house. And Helvog, you said that you were following?
Well, if they were going to the main house, yeah, I would have been following them.
You see, as they are going into the main house, out of the corner of your eye, you see some movement going into your bungalow.
I'm not overly concerned because none of my stuff is there at the moment. So
That's true. Those of you who are there and can see, you see three small lizard-like creatures. One of them black and red tint. The other one more tan-ish and with some red. And a third one that is tan with white. Creatures with tails, no wings, carrying buckets and going into his room.
If Alexon was outside with Thunderbolt and Snowball, would she see them?
Oh
or-
yeah, all of you see them. You're all outside right now.
Okay.
A certain person's room.
Suzanne, say that again.
I didn't hear. Are they going into all of their rooms or just one person's room?
Well, your vision is gone. You don't see any of this.
Okay. Got it.
Because
Only
you're.
going into his room though.
Yep, they're definitely going to Helvog's bungalow.
I would mentally command Ixbit to head back to the bungalow.
You got it, boss. You got it.
What?
On my way. On my way. On my way.
Oh, expediency is needed.
I'm here. Caw. Above you.
Follow the
My
kobolds.
connection with Avalon.
The raven flies into the bungalow. And what do you say, Suzanne?
I ceased my connection with Avalon.
Okay. Elkson, what are you doing?
I'm gonna probably take Snowball and Thunderbolt and go see if I can find them some food somewhere.
Okay.
Some fresh fish or apples or something.
Probably the main house, you're thinking. So you start to join Helvog as you're trotting up there. Snowball is like pawing at the sand. He's not really liking the sand too much. Thunderbolt is like
It's in my claws too, buddy.
kicking his hooves a little bit harder. He's not really made for sand either. Ath, are you doing anything?
Yeah, I'm going to the main house too. I'm probably going to tell Hellbog that we need to make sure that there's nobody hidden in his house before he goes in there nonchalant and gets attacked.
Okay.
Just to be cautious.
All right. You guys have a little bit of ways to get to the main house. You've waited long enough that, the tieflings are a good ways away. They're very small in the distance now. Elkson, or I'm sorry.
I would have commanded. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Brian. I would have commanded Avalon to continue to follow the tieflings because
Okay.
my familiar can go real far.
Yep. So Zen and Miyagi, what are you guys doing as they're approaching the main house?
I'm gonna go investigate Helgath's hut and just kind of
Helvog.
Helvog. I'm sorry, I'll get it one day.
Yep.
Helvog's.
Okay,
hut.
I'm gonna have a hard time remembering it too.
I'm gonna keep an eye on the bungalow
Okay.
and make sure I don't see anything like from the back, or like I'm gonna stay where I am, but just watch the bungalow very carefully.
All right. So you're watching the
as far as
bungalow.
Miyagi's concerned, he's got eyes in there, and so he's watching the outside.
Okay. So you're watching the outside of the bungalow as Zen is going inside the bungalows, if I'm understanding correctly.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. Like, I'm not necessarily trying to sneak in, but I am kind of being quiet to see what I could observe.
Okay. Roll a
before they
stealth check.
notice that I'm there. Okay.
I mean, if you're making a conscious effort to try to be quiet, it's definitely a stealth check.
20, 30.
Okay. You walk into the room and you see the 3 kobolds are in the midst of cleaning. They do not notice you.
Can I roll a perception to see if they're doing anything sleight of handish?
Sure.
Okay.
You can
Not
certainly
that my
try.
perception's all that great, but I never know.
Let me know when
19?
anybody catches up with me and
Well, you have Elkson
says
and
anything to me.
Ath right there, and she would have just finished telling you, and I'll get back to you guys.
Okay.
And what did you get for your perception?
19.
19. You don't really see anything. They're moving kind of fast and kind of sloppily cleaning it. As one of them turns around, ah! Oh, hey! Sorry, we saw the guests leave, so we're just trying to do our cleaning. Is there anything we can help you with?
Right.
Roll an insight. I'm Nix. This is Trix, and this is Rix.
7.
7. Seem on the up and up. They
I'm sorry, did you say
seem
Nix, Trix, and Bix?
Nix, Trix, and Rix.
Nix, Dix, and Rix.
Nix. There are no dicks here.
You say so?
He wants to talk, guys. Do you guys see this? Grab the mic.
Can we help you with anything? Do you need turn down service?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, I do.
we'll be right there.
Okay. And I,
As they
oh,
start running towards your bungalow.
okay, and I'm going to quickly follow them because I realize I have magical crap in my bungalow.
You see them try to do a turn down service kind of haphazardly, but they bring the bed down, pull the sheets down off the bed, make sure you have clean towels. You see them pass your pack. They just pass it. They don't even look at it. Back to the other group. Helvog, you are approached by Cezanne and, or I'm sorry, not Cezanne, but Elkson and Ath. And Ath is just saying, hey, you might want to keep an eye on that.
Oh, did you see them going in there too?
Yeah, I did. I just don't want you to end up getting attacked whenever we go back in there. We don't really know these people yet.
Oh,
So why is everyone assuming that the kobolds are bad?
You can never be too careful.
because kobolds are kobolds.
What does that mean?
It means they're shady little fuckers.
So are all gnomes paranoid?
No, I know a thing or two about kobolds.
I love that shade. I'm not a part of it. I love that.
Well, if not all gnomes are paranoid, then why would all kobolds be bad?
Because it's in their nature to be thieving and tricky little thieves.
A tiger's nature to attack, but Snowball's a playful little friend here.
Snowball is a cat. A big
Snowball
cat
is a tiger.
is a big cat. And if at some point in time Snowball thinks you're food, Snowball will eat you.
You see Snowball's actually getting into the sand and is like pouncing back and forth, keeping up with you, but is like enjoying the puff of the sand as it lands.
Anyway, none of my stuff is in that bungalow. It's all right here. Because I knew there's kobolds that are being used for their cleaning crew.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
If you're not worried, then I won't be either.
Elson and Ath both pretty much just to like keep their stuff on them. Because for Ath it's just a weapon, and Elkson's mom was just always like, "Never leave your stuff behind, honey."
Yep. Plus, you're probably a little attached to that bow still.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys approach the main house, you see on the beach is going to be towards your left, so it's going to be I'm trying to imagine this. It's going to be towards the west because you guys are on a crescent type beach, and yeah, so it's going to be on your west.
Oh, and the beach sand. Is that something odd?
It's
I mean, I'm from the mountains, so
it's definitely something unique. You haven't really seen sand that has been tinted green before.
So then, yes, I will, when I'm walking up there, scoop up a handful and throw it into a container to...
Okay. I'm assuming you have a couple empty vials for just this.
Oh, I got tons.
You guys will see on the west side that Minotaur and Halfling are moving these crates, and you see a elderly dwarf female seems to be picking up the crates and having a conversation with them, and also moving them inside the house. That's going to be on the west side. You're heading towards the main door, which is directly in front of you, unless you would like to go talk to them.
I figure if I'm gonna buy something, it'll probably be inside versus, the side. So.
Yep. You do see other foodstuffs out there and all that. Some meats hanging. You see some smoke coming up from that little area. It's like a little almost like it was an addition to the main house and a circular type area, probably the kitchen. And on that note, I think it's got time for us to take a quick break before we continue, as the party will try to figure out what is going on with this resort, who is the Wispy Widow, and are kobolds inherently evil?
God and evil.
Elxid still does not understand why racism is a thing. Like, in our mountain clan, everybody was just everybody.
So, we'll be back in about 5-10 minutes. Hope to see everybody soon.
Thank you.
And
Man,
welcome
I
back,
lost
where
that.
we are definitely not talking about the ecological ramifications of dolphins on our break.
Yeah,
Well,
ecology. That's what we were talking about.
Squirt.
Ecology.
So, when we last left off, Elkson, Ath, and Helvog, you all are approaching the main house. Are you going through the main entrance, or are you going to the kitchen area?
Pain.
Okay, you go inside
I'm going to see the boss, so
you go inside the main area, and you see, as you come in, there is a desk in front of you. It looks like it was normally like a white desk, but it seems kind of, again, worn down, hasn't been upkept. The paint's faded. There's a little bit of wood that's showing that where it's been, the desk has been rubbed down. There is a glass door to the right. You see different papers on the desk, and standing behind it is this gold dragonborn, looking a little bit annoyed and aggravated. He sees you and sorry. Yes. How are your rooms? Everything to your satisfaction? Yes. How can I help you?
I was hoping to get some apples and fish.
Oh
somewhere.
yeah. Oh yes. Just go around to the side on the west side and talk to Barwayne. She's our chef. She'll help you.
I want to go with Elkson.
Yeah. Buddies.
Let's
you
go
got-
get some food.
Do you guys leave?
Yes.
Okay. Helvog.
learn to talk to the boss.
Oh, I'm sorry. Master Pollock has laid down. He needs his rest right now.
Yeah, he didn't look all that well when he greeted us either.
No, it's been a stressful time, and he carries a lot on his shoulders, and especially when he has no one to help him bear the weight. But
I'm willing
I
to
digress.
bet it's gonna end up being Jazz Dick over here. That's the culprit.
Jadic.
Well,
Jazz dick.
We've had enough
Did I-
dick jokes today. Thank you very much.
Did I just randomly hear his voice in my head? I'm not going mad.
well, the light of Palor could help him a little bit if he needs it.
I definitely do appreciate it, but he is make a persuasion roll for me.
I'm the most persuasive person.
Come on.
Never have Elkson try to go talk to somebody for information because, like, Elkson just makes everybody awkward.
This is what this
Ath
entire
does never
venture
know
is
what to
about.
ask.
Three!
A 3.
And I roll a 4!
I'm sure he's fine. What's troubling him isn't the health area.
I'd like to make an insight roll.
Roll insight.
Ah, God damn it.
And I'll come right back to you while you do that. Elkson
Yeah.
and Ath, you guys walk outside. Just as the Minotaur and Halfling are finish unloading. In fact, they walk past you and give you a nod. Minotaur and the Halfling's like, hello. And they are walking back towards the dock. As you see this elderly dwarf female, wrinkles, little hunched over. Seems to be wiping her hands on her apron. Ah,
Yeah.
how are you all doing today? What can old Barwayne help you with?
I'm looking for some apples and some fish, pointing to Thunderbolt and Snowball.
Oh, what a mighty fine horse. And oh,
Thank you.
oh, that's a big one. Looks to Snowball. Sure. Would you mind carrying it? I don't have my little friends to help carry. I'll get you a basket of apples and a
I'm not
crate
the
of fish.
strongest, but sure.
All right.
Got you. That's why I came.
Yay!
She starts.
I'll be your buggy.
Yay.
I'm happy to
That's
see. I'm happy to see more people here.
What happened? I heard this place was supposed to be like a big fancy resort or something.
Oh, we were. In fact, I had so many different helpers. Now I'm the only chef here. But ever since that expedition, it's been.
Expedition?
Some scholar or whatever. He opened up into this tunnel. It's down the ways, and there's something weird going on there. We've been having things missing, people go missing, but I'm sure you guys
People have gone missing.
A few, but I'm sure they just left via the teleportation circle we have here. But you all look. Oh, she eyes up at Ath. I'm sure you guys will be fine.
How long has this been going on? I mean, this stuff looks pretty run down for this to be a recent thing.
A couple years.
Oh, wow. And you guys haven't figured it out over the years?
Well, I mean, you don't mess with the arcane, honey. Let me tell you that. There's some things that you should just leave buried.
Appreciate that sentiment, flashing back to all the undead creatures in the temple. A slight panic look takes over her face.
But I owe my entire existence to good old Pollock, so I'm here till the end. I'm sure he'll pull it out.
Like coughing and stuff?
Oh yeah. He doesn't cough too much. He's just having he's having some issues, that's all. He has a lot of stress on him. Jadic tries to help him out, but
He always looks grumpy and stressed too.
yeah, he is kind of a grumpy one, but he has to deal with all. Forgive me for saying, but he has to deal with all the guests, and sometimes they can be a little bit demanding.
Oh, I'm sure we were supposed to have guests on our ship originally, but then they turned out to be assholes.
Everybody,
let us know if you guys need anything.
what did you say, Ath?
I said, let us know if you guys need anything. We all have different types of talents.
Oh, if you can figure out what's going on in that cave over there and maybe banish whatever evil, that would be great.
We'll run it over with the group and we'll talk about it.
Yeah, we have some magic-y people that might know what's going on.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Most powerful wizard duo right here.
And back to Helvog. Helvog, what was your insight check?
18.
18. He is being truthful, but you can tell he is definitely holding something back. He may be persuaded in the right way, but you're thinking you're not really good at this type of thing, as the tit for tat dance of politics.
No, I don't persuade. I cast Zone of Truth.
Right. So,
but I'm not going to do that right now.
Right. So maybe if someone comes and talks to him and tries to get on his level, he might share some more information. But you definitely don't see any deception.
I might send one of the flighty ones in here to talk to him at some point.
Flighty?
I can't fly.
And case in point for our audience, I do apologize that we keep on getting dropped frames. The internet connection right now is just terrible. I don't have anything else running on this connection right now, and I even rebooted the computer beforehand, but it just seems that Florida internet, yay!
Storming on and off today, so
Exactly. So
Yeah.
I'll leave him be for the moment, and I'm gonna head on out to the kitchen area because food sounds good.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
I can talk to the cook because the cook always knows things.
that's true. And you come just as you see Ath has put a basket onto Thunderbolt, arrange something and can tie the crate on the other end. That weight is not too much for Thunderbolt. It weighs less than a person, so very easy. And you see Ath and Elkson just finishing talking with this elderly dwarf. And you all see Helvog approaching.
Hey, Log.
welcome
Get-
over.
Well, that was non-productive.
Why?
So-
What happened?
Well, it would seem that the master of the house is indisposed for the moment.
Ah, yes, that's. Ah, yeah, old Pollock. He needs his rest. It's a shame.
Why?
Make a persuasion roll. I mean,
Simple question.
it is a simple question, but it's a complicated answer that they don't really want to share with people they just met. It's like you don't air out other people's dirty laundry.
This giant crossbow to the face will help you.
Good old 3.
He's got his reasons. Oh, if you all need anything else, she looks up and it's about little afternoon. Oh, we got dinner in about 4 hours or so, 4 or 5 hours. Tonight I'm slow roasting a pot roast, and I'm smoking some salmon, and I've got a really nice clam chowder that's coming to fruition, and I'm gonna crack open a set of my special honey ale.
Ooh.
So for a resort, you don't seem very busy.
Oh, well, that's because a bunch of magic-y shit started happening apparently 2 years ago, and they haven't been able to figure it out. And if our group is able to go figure it out and deal with it in the cave, then yeah. But I figured we should talk to the magic-y ones about that.
See, I knew I should have you go talk to that gold dragon.
And
Could it be safe to say that hearing that Xbit hasn't communicated over their status that Miyagi would approach the main house?
well, you haven't told Xbit to report anything. He's just in there watching them.
Oh. So I think Miyagi would be like, are they doing anything, or are they just standing?
Yeah, they are doing something very, very weird. They're taking the stick that it's like a spear, but it ends in like fabric, and they're dumping it into this. I don't know what it is. It's wet, and they're spreading it on the floor. Maybe it's some. They're spreading the blood of some fish or something. I don't know.
They must be cleaning. As a player,
Cleaning?
I love him so much. Oh dear, this is going to get old. That was Josh saying, not Miyagi.
I love this. This reminds me of a TikTok D&D group I see where one of the wizards absolutely hates this hyperactive owl familiar.
Cleaning. Oh yeah, I guess they are.
Yes.
They're still fishy.
I'd like you to follow them after they leave, okay?
Okay, you got it, boss.
And then I think Miyagi would head up to the main house.
So Zen, they have finished your room. is there anything else that you need? If not, we're gonna go take care of that other house. And it looks like the horse left us some presents.
No, you may go.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Once they leave, I'm going to check in on Avalon, who's been following the tiefling.
Okay. Avalon, you can communicate with Avalon. It's more of it's not like talking like with the imp, because she doesn't have the intelligence. You get the feeling of she's searching because she didn't fly into the house. So, and you can relay a comeback if you'd like. Or you.
I mean, yeah, she.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say if Avalon lost the tieflings, then yeah, she may as well come back.
Yep, she will definitely come back. You feel that she is a little frustrated because she tried to follow your instructions. However, she couldn't open the door and there was no open windows into the house. So she was a little bit frustrated, but you do on the way back, you get a spike of adrenaline and like a wanting, but it's kind of like she's resisting returning to you a little bit, but only slightly. It's up to you if you
Yeah.
you let her. Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I did not mean to keep cutting you off. But yeah, I'll totally go with your instinct, Avalon. At least you're not a foolish imp. Go ahead. Tell me what you find.
You feel the adrenaline spike again, the exhilaration. Mm-hmm. You can almost feel the wind going across your face, and you can almost hear the crunching of a rat's bones as she found a rat and is devouring it.
I don't have to know that.
And she does return back to you.
Go crazy, go stupid.
But you do
and
see...
you have some redemptions, Nightfall.
Oh, boy.
Ooh.
Oh, squats. And divine twitchvention. Posture check. Okay. Yep, I am leaning a little bit. Okay. Squats will happen at the end of stream.
Don't forget.
I will not forget.
Welcome.
I will not forget.
I won't let him.
You do see Avalon stop on the way, and you see her stop at almost like a bucket of water as she's cleaning her claws. She is making sure she is in pristine condition. She takes on that from you. There will be no blood, nothing, and you see she's cleaning her feathers before she returns to you. She knows she has to be in tip-top shape before she returns to you.
Good girl. I'm gonna cease my connection and then wonder where everybody's at. And
you see Miyagi walking towards the main house.
I'll use my 20 intelligence to deduce that Miyagi's walking towards the house. And I'll follow.
As you see him walking towards the house.
Don't need perception. I got intelligence.
You guys.
The 20 intelligence.
All right, stretch. Everybody stretch. All right.
D&D nerds, we don't stretch.
What is that?
So you guys
I roll for it. I don't do it.
Miyagi and Suzanne will make it to the house just as Helvog has asked why to this dwarf. You guys have all come together.
Right
just
now?
the magic-y people I wanted to talk to. So apparently there's some mysterious stuff going on here with things and people going missing. And apparently it has something to do with the cave and something spooky and magic-y in it. And yeah, if we can get rid of that, theoretically the resort can get back to normal.
Oh, and how much have they offered for this job?
Hey, quick pause for a second. Damien, how do I change my bit rate on Streamlabs?
Don't know. I don't mess with bitrate.
Okay.
Sorry. Also, hi kids.
Okay, go ahead and continue.
I mean, we were just informed about it. I didn't know if you would want to do it, so I didn't really do negotiations or anything like that.
Oh. Well,
I mean,
if
you
you
can
wanna-
handle the negotiations, Zen. You know more about money than I do, anyways. I probably would have undersold us.
Isn't the truth just payment enough?
I mean, for
No.
me, yes, but Zen's extremely greedy.
that's not even slightly true now.
Oh, you should have seen it with the platinum. Dear.
Well, then again, I'm running a little low on cash, so
Well, let me tell you, if you ever want to hold on to platinum, don't travel with this group. They make you sacrifice it to return memories of worthless robots that end up leaving your party with your one Minotaur, who is your ticket towards.
Please say
I'll go
salvation.
negotiate.
I'd love. Hold up, wait. Before we're going, do we want to handle this or say fuck it all to the wind?
I would definitely like to stop something. If people are disappearing, like that could be one of us.
This is in. Think about it. Because if we fix this resort, they're indebted to us. That means free accommodation, which means we could come here anytime.
Ooh, that's true.
well,
this
we're gonna
place.
be here for a couple of days while I fix the boat, aren't we?
Yep.
Oh yes, but I'm talking future returns because I like this place. I like the green.
I like the sound of it myself.
It's a puzzle, needs to be solved.
The important thing is to solve this puzzle, and we do not let Elkson do the negotiations.
Oh, let me. I can get us some money.
So if we see a demon,
Point
perhaps,
not to.
not free it.
I am not the one who decided to make it like part of me or whatever how that works. Pointing at Miyagi very like matter of factly.
He might be a demon. Bean. Oh, I'm speaking. Sorry, my son's being. He wants attention.
Well,
But-
you do realize that whatever's going on here has been stealing from the patrons for a couple of years. I'm pretty sure there's probably a pretty big horde hiding somewhere on this island.
What would you say?
The people who owned it probably left already, Zen, so wouldn't necessarily need to return it.
Like a dragon's horde, perhaps?
Is this island big enough for a dragon? Like over table question?
I mean, there are different
I-
sizes of dragons.
Well, there is a
A little bitty
dragonborn
one?
on the island.
Little pseudo
And if you want to put those two and two together,
I still
That's-
don't get what that has to do with anything.
That's offensive. I take offense to
After some careful consideration,
oh,
I feel that we should
that's
take
right.
on this task.
You're a dragonborn too, aren't you?
What?
And to everybody who is watching right now, I'm going to do a quick pause. We're going to restart the stream so I can try to fix this bit rate. We'll be right back. So we will be right back.
Stay tuned.
For the helps kit.